All right, let's talk about retirement planning. We're going to look at two different situations here. We got Polly and Spend It Spencer. Polly Prudence and Spend It Spencer. Both of them are going to be saving for retirement. So let's start with our expected investment return. This is an assumption that we just have to make. Since World War II, the average return of the stock market's been about 12%. That may be a little bit high for planning purposes. I've heard investment planners talk about using 8 or 9% as a more realistic average just to be sure that you're going to meet your goals. I'll just use 10% to kind of split the difference there. Or 9%, be more conservative, 9%. Okay, number of years saving for retirement. So Polly, just after graduating, she's going to start saving. So she's starting her full-time work. She's going to work for 30 years from age, let's say 25 to 55 before she retires. She's going to save $500 per month. So you can put this as a positive or negative number. If we treat this as a negative number, this basically it's like you giving your money, you're putting your money away, so your cash balance goes down by $500. That's one way to think about it. So let's look at the future value of this investment. So here we are in cell B6. I'm going to just type this up in the, well, we can edit this out. We can type this formula a lot of different ways. I'm going to say equals FV. I want the future value. So the rate, we've got 9% here, but this is an annual return. We are going to be investing monthly, so we need to make sure that in our financial functions we're using consistent times here. So I'm going to do this rate divided by 12. So the number of periods, so it's 30 years that she's investing, and again, that's years. I want months, so I'm going to multiply that by 12. And the payment, that's how much she's paying into her investment account. So that's $500. You can see here we have some optional terms, present value and type. We can ignore those. We're going to assume the present value is 0 because she's starting off with $0 in her retirement savings. We don't have to specify that. I'm just going to close that off. Hit enter. How much money is she going to have? So by saving $500 a month, Polly Prudence is going to have $915,000 by the time she reaches age 55. So that's good. But now let's think about Spencer's situation. So Spencer just got out of school, sick of being a poor college student. He's finally making some decent money, but he wants to spend all that money too. So for 10 years, he's not going to put anything in savings, and then he's going to catch up. So in the last 20 years, so he wants to retire at 55 also, let's say. But he knows now that he's making more money, he's going to invest $1,200 per month. So more than twice as much money per month as Polly Prudence, because he wants to catch up. What do you think? Who's going to come out with more money? So let's do our future value formula again. We're going to take this rate, divided by 12 again, number of periods, times 12. The payment, that'll be that negative $1,200. And we don't have to worry about the present value either. We'll assume Spencer is starting off at 0 as well. Spencer has over $100,000 less money. So that's no good for Spencer. Overall, he's had to invest more money, and he's getting less out of it because he's starting later in life. Now let's assume Polly wants to retire at 65 instead of 55. That gives her 10 more years. Let's just play around with this a little bit. 10 more years, look at what happens to her investment. She becomes a multi-millionaire, working 40 years, investing $500 per month at a 9% return, which is reasonable. So the secret to getting rich is saving money. Save $500 a month. By the time you retire, you will be a millionaire. You will be in the top 0.1% of wealthy people if you can save $500 a month. It is possible to do that. Spencer, so if he's going to retire at 65, he'll do pretty well. He comes pretty close to catching up, but he's got to spend a lot more money every month to do it. So start investing, saving for your retirement early. That's one of the keys to success.